Hey guys, let's continue on with our 2026 forecast for each individual sign. My name is Malika Semper from Malika Semper Astrology, and let's move into Taurus. So Taurus, this video is for you guys, and if there is anyone out there who loves and supports a Taurus, you can watch this too to know how to best support them. So, Taurus, we enter into 2026 happy. We start off the year feeling really supported because there is so much Capricorn energy in the sky in January, Taurus, that is really going to support you guys, our little bulls of the zodiac, because Capricorn trines you guys, and that's really supportive. There are 5 planets in Capricorn in January. And Taurus, you love the feeling of this really supported earthy energy that Capricorn brings in. Capricorn can be your best friend in the month of January with this supportive energy. So let's get more into detail. January 3rd, we're going to experience our first full moon of the year, and that is Cancer's full moon. You also love your friend Cancer, Taurus. So, this particular full moon that starts out the year is going to feel really supportive. Cancer creates a beautiful sextile to you. Taurus, you're so earthy, and Cancer has that water that comes in, and water feels really good to your earth here. So, you allow the sort of more slow moving, emotional, sweet energy that this full moon in Cancer brings in January 3rd. Now we move into the mid-month of January, right around the 18th, we have this new moon coming in Capricorn. This also makes you, Taurus, feel right at home. It's a really earthy trine, very supportive of you. Remember, Capricorn can be one of your best friends, Cancer can be one of your best friends. So you're just feeling really supported to start out 2026, okay? Then in February, you also have some sweetness coming in from Venus. Venus, the planet of love, is moving into Pisces for the whole entire month of February. And you, Taurus, feel this effect on your relationships, just creating a sweetness and a romance that sort of comes in that you can certainly vibe with, Taurus. Um, so February 1st, here's where the challenge comes in. February 1st, we have a really big full moon in Leo. So Leo is lighting up the sky, ruling the sky, and Leo can be a bit challenging for you and your energy, Taurus. Leo is grand and big and outward in projection. And you're a little bit more quiet than that, right? So, this really full moon in Leo can feel a little bit uncomfortable. There can be some tension coming in the beginning of February for you. Now, Taurus is born between May 2nd and May 6th are going to feel the tension the most. So, take note of that. Now, when I was speaking to Venus entering Pisces, this is going to happen on February 10th. And Taurus, you just have this opportunity to soak up this beautiful energy and deepen connections of the heart for you in February, Taurus. Okay. It's a beautiful sextile. Pisces is always here to really support you. And it just opens up your heart in February. Now, the new moon coming in mid-February, February 17th, can feel a bit like a challenge again. This new moon is in Aquarius, and Taurus and Aquarius, there's a little bit of clunkiness there. They need to figure out how to move together so that it works. So when the new moon is in Aquarius, this will be a challenging energy for you coming in mid-February, especially those Tauruses born between May 18th and May 20th. Okay. It's an erratic energy. It really relishes change and the shock factor and inconsistency and breaking out of the old and the tried and true. And Taurus, you love the tried and true. So this could feel a little bit too exposing. The energy can feel a little bit too erratic for you right around February 17th. So being gentle with yourself around that time will be smart. Now, in March, energy wise, the planet Mars moves into Pisces for all of March, and this is supportive to you. Remember, Pisces is always here to support you, Taurus. And so you feel an upbeat in energy as you receive this really delicious sextile coming from Pisces for the rest of the month. Energy flows for you. What you are putting your attention to, your creative energy to, your get up and go, your drive to works. There is sort of like you have the hands of support on your back from Pisces, gently pushing you forwards towards your goals, okay, for March. Now, March 3rd, we experience our first eclipse. We have a lunar eclipse in Virgo, March 3rd, full moon in Virgo, which you love, Taurus. So this first eclipse comes in and it feels really supportive. Now, remember, eclipses come in and they speed up our growth. They drop something on our lap to wake us up and level us up. So March 3rd, this is really important for you, Taurus, to pay attention to. Virgo trines you, and this is going to feel really supportive for you. So, whatever is coming in to sort of accelerate your growth can feel very earthy. It can feel very grounded. It could feel very practical and logical, and like this is what you needed in order to level up. So, that first eclipse can feel really good and supportive for you, Taurus. Then mid-March, we have that new moon in Pisces. Remember, Pisces loves you, Taurus. And so you can feel really supported in this new moon energy mid-March. So full moon starting March is supportive to you. New moon mid-March is supportive to you. So March feels really good for you guys. Now, the end of March, Venus, that planet of love, enters your sign. Venus enters Taurus, and this just really brings a lot of love and a lot of romance all the way through April. So the beginning of 2026 looks to be like really supportive and really feeling good for you, Taurus. You can sort of relax into it. There's a couple hiccups with some of those moons coming in, but for the most part, you can really relax into the first half of 2026 and feel the flow. Now, May 2nd, you guys are like the smarty pants of the zodiac. Mercury, the planet of communication and the intellect, our smarts, enters your sign on May 2nd. And you just sort of feel like you have your shit together intellectually. Like you can string together a sentence and you're the most brilliant person in the room, right? There's a brilliance that comes in May for you guys. Now, May 16th, you guys are the star of the show. You have your new moon in Taurus mid-May. It's a new moon, so it's a time to plant a lot of new seeds for you guys. It's sort of like your own personal new year. What do I want to call in this year? What do I want to bring in? That new moon in Taurus, everyone's feeling like the whole earth is feeling this really rich, juicy, grounded, stable, yummy, warm Taurus energy. Now, those of us that are going to feel it the most, Taurus, are those born between May 14th and May 18th. This new moon is right on top of you, okay, mid-May. And then joining that new moon, just a couple days later, May 18th, we have that planet of energy, Mars, moving into your sign. You love this. There's a boost of energy. Slow and steady wins the race, and you like that. You're not one to be rushed. You're not one to be pushed. So when the planet of physical movement and energy enters your sign, you can just sort of exhale into relief. This feels really great for you guys. On that same day, Venus also moves into Cancer. So the planet of love shifts into Cancer. Remember, Cancer loves you. And this just gives really sweet support and a sextile to your relationships. It gives a peacefulness, an ebb and a flow, and a natural affinity to give heart connection, receive heart connection. Okay. In May, through all the way through June 13th. That is when that planet of love moves into Leo, and this can now make you a little bit grumpy in relationships come June, mid-June. Leo is hard energy for you, Taurus. There is a little bit of needing to study Leo to understand how they move and how they act, what their next move is going to be. And so relationships under the sky can make you a little bit grumpy. There can certainly be a challenge or tension in relationships for you guys mid-June, towards the end of June, because of that Leo energy. Okay, so being a little bit more spacious and giving yourself a lot of grace in June when it comes to your relationships for 2026. Now, at the end of June, we have that full moon moving into Capricorn. You love this. This creates an ease for you in this beautiful trine. So the whole sky lights up with Capricorn energy. And you're like, hey, Cap, remember we're besties? And you're able to move more easily, flow more gracefully. The world just makes sense for you under this big old fat full moon in Capricorn at the end of June. And now here's another piece at the end of June, Jupiter. Jupiter is moving into Leo. So for the rest of the year, from July through December 2026, the planet Jupiter is going to be squaring you guys, Taurus. And it's Jupiter. He's still here to bless you. He's still here to bring the party. He's still here to make your wishes come true. But he's also really big energy. And when he squares you guys, Taurus, for the rest of the year, he can bring in an overwhelm. It's like too much energy for our sweet Taurus in this square for the rest of the year. So the energy might be to say yes to everything, to say yes to this opportunity, yes to that opportunity. But you, Taurus, especially, has to use moderation from July through December, because what can happen here when Jupiter squares us is that we reach exhaustion or depletion much faster, much easier, because we're doing too much. We're over-promising, over-committing, overextending. They're all good things because it's Jupiter, but we can run ourselves ragged, okay? So moderation, knowing where to say no, making sure you have room on your plate for that next amazing thing coming in is going to be super important mid 2026 to the end of the year. Take note of that. Then we enter into July. On July 9th, the planet of love, Venus, moves into Virgo, and now you feel a steady rhythm again, within your partnerships and relationships. It just, when Venus is in Virgo, it creates a lovely place of love and romance to thrive for you, Taurus, for the rest of the month in this particular trine energy, so that relationships will feel really good in July again. Mid-July, we have a new moon in Cancer in the heavens. And remember, Cancer loves you. And so this creates a very harmonic atmosphere for you, our dear Taurus, to really thrive in with the support of this sextile. Mid-July, okay? You can relax into this new moon. It feels sweet, it feels soft, it feels very nurturing and nourishing, especially for you, Taurus. Mid-July. Relish that because at the end of July we have a full moon in Aquarius, and that sweet, tender, nourishing energy will be blown right out of the water for you. So July 29th, full moon in Aquarius can create tension for you, Taurus. Aquarius is just a little bit of awkward energy for you. Those Taurus born between April 25th and April 29th, you guys are going to feel this tension the most. You might want to stay in. The whole sky is lighting up with Aquarius energy. Then we move into August, and in August, there's a little bit more clunkiness for you guys. Yeah, August could be a bit challenging, the first part of August. So August 9th, the planet of communication, Mercury, moves into Leo. Leo is not the most supportive sign for Taurus when it comes to communication, and Mercury will stay here for the rest of the month in August. So in August, you might have a harder time being understood, or, trying to find a way to really express yourself that is met and understood. And like, how do we land the plane in communication in August? It's going to take a little more work for you, Taurus, to really be heard, to have your voice, your needs, your wants, your desires, your opinions really seen. That's where the work or the stretch is. And how do I express myself? How do I convey what is on my heart and what I'm feeling and have it land in a supportive way? Okay. Now, August 12th, to add to that challenge, we have our solar eclipse, and this eclipse is in Leo. And again, Leo is challenging energy for Taurus. You guys are both fixed signs. You guys square each other. And so this eclipse, these eclipses that want to bring in a lot of growth, that want to bring in some major awareness, they want to level you up and grow you. In Leo, Taurus, I want you to do your grounding practices, the first part of August 2026. This particular eclipse, August 12th, can be challenging for those Tauruses born between May 8th and 14th. So just take note of that. And then we get some relief towards the end of August, Taurus. So the planet of communication moves into Virgo. And now, finally, it's creating a smoother capability to express yourself once again from August 25th all the way through September. So rest assured that now people can start understanding you again and really honoring what you're trying to say and what you're trying to convey. So it just makes communication a bit easier. And then also to support you at the end of August 26th, we have another eclipse coming in, and this particular August 27th, this particular eclipse lands in Pisces. Pisces is your best friend, right? So this really brings in support to you, Taurus, in a really sweet sextile. This eclipse in Pisces allows some softness, some slowing down, some gentleness to come into your world. And that's really where you thrive. You really appreciate those sorts of things coming from Pisces towards you. We continue the support into September, the beginning of September, the 10th. We have a new moon in Virgo, and you're just vibing under the sky. This is a trine, Virgo trines, Taurus, and so the vibes are just right for you in September. You know what you're doing, you feel comfortable in your own skin. Thank you, Virgo, for the support you're bringing into Taurus, okay, September 10th. Now, the story changes towards the end of September, the 27th. The planet of energy, Mars, moves into Leo, giving Taurus a hard time in forward movement with this square from September 27th into October. The way you move, the way you jump up and go forward, the way that you're trying to meet your goals, there could be a little bit of a detour. There could be a little bit of, yeah, I need to reassess this. I need to slow down and look at this again and come at it from a different way, come at it from a different approach. Okay. Um, and then we have you being the star of the show right around Halloween next year, October 25th. You get to celebrate your very own full moon. The whole entire sky is lighting up with Taurus energy. That's going to feel really good to you guys, October 25th, 2026, especially Taurus born between April 21st and April 26th. This full moon is right on top of you. You're feeling yourself. You feel comfortable. You feel like, here I am, Taurus. Here is my light that I shine. Okay. So it's almost like a celebration for you in the heavens, October 25th. Now, right around Thanksgiving, let's look at the holidays here for 2026. The planet of energy moves into Virgo. Mars moves into Virgo November 25th, giving you your groove back right in time for the holidays, right in time for Thanksgiving. And that celebration, getting together with people, you understand Virgo energy, right? So it's like, here it is again. Now I can move forward with my plan. Now I can show up with all of my energy intact. And it just feels good when Mars moves into Virgo for you. Looking at Christmas time, on December 23rd, we have a full moon in Cancer. Again, you feel right at home here. So good news, the holidays will tend to be quite easy for you this coming year. The energy of the cosmos is in alignment with who you are, Taurus, your fixed energy, your earthy energy, right? And so that full moon in Cancer makes you feel right at home during the Christmas holidays. It sextiles you. You want to gather with your people. There's a really nurturing, nourishing, sweet, home, cozy atmosphere for you. And That's right, like right on the head for you guys, right? Right on the nail. And so that is the forecast for 2026 for you, sweet Taurus. I hope that was helpful for you to understand sort of when the challenge comes in, when you are in flow for 2026. Thank you for watching, and I will be back next with our darling Geminis.